Hello, welcome to another video, and I just want to talk about the best or greatest games to me. I know, another video of me just talking. I apologize. I've been super busy lately. I'm planning to play all of the Elden Ring DLC this weekend and have videos throughout next week. That's my plan. Hopefully, my plan works. But today, I want to just go over what I think are my top 5 favorite games of all time. And this is mainly, stemming from the Elden Ring, high I'm on right now. It's really, in my last video that I just kind of talked about it in ways and how good it was, and it's kind of corrupted my brain a bit. Yeah, it's that good. But it made me think of what would the top 5 games of my life have to be. I know I've commented in a video before with Elden Ring probably being up there and another game, and I was like, I'd probably get some street cred for that. And that's mainly because I'm relatively old. I grew up really getting into video games around 07-ish, which that's the real golden age of video gaming when you look back at how many amazing ass games came out in that time. But that is enough little back say. I quickly want to say some games that my list isn't full concrete for the top 5. I apologize. I'm lazy. I know. But there are very notable games that I completely not on there, and some of them would include any of the GTA series. I'm sorry. I like GTA. It's a lot of fun. I just simply have never gotten that big love of a GTA game. I know so many people have. I understand the appeal. It's batshit crazy. It's a lot of fun. To me, GTA 4 would be my favorite, just thinking by my memory. And also, my list is going to be heavily based on the games that are super memorable to me. If I look back as a kid and think of what games I played a whole bunch of. Red Dead Redemption is also in there. I've never played the second one. I don't think I've finished the first one. I played a good chunk of it though when I was a kid, and it's the same thing with the open worldy GTA kind of stuff. I just never really finished it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And there's a lot of games that I did miss that are super beloved. Skyrim I never played when it came out. I thought it was kind of weird and fantasy, and I was weird. I don't know. BioShock series, completely missed that. Never played BioShock still, so maybe I will at some point in the future. But realistically, there is a lot of games that are highly regarded. Also, Nintendo games, I'd say. The Zelda. There's no Zeldas in here. I didn't really care about Zelda. I'm sorry if you do. But there's a lot of highly regarded games that I just haven't played or just didn't click with me. It's something like Baldur's Gate 3. I do enjoy it now, but at first, I understood why it was so beloved and so highly rated, but it just didn't click with me. Now, I think I'm going to do this the opposite way of going number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it kind of thins out, especially with my memory, and I'm probably throw out a couple games because I'm, again, lazy. 1 and 2, I feel are basically interchangeable. These are the 2 games that I will probably always say if I'm asked, what is your favorite game ever? For my almost whole life, the answer was always instantly Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I am that old. That was the first multiplayer game that really pulled me in and turned me into a crackhead for video games. I remember the stats when I was a kid, because it had playtime in the game back then, and before it got to a point where you just hacked just to get 10%, just to get everything, It seemed like everyone had done it. You accidentally get in a lobby and your 10th prestige instantly kind of stuff, right? I think I had put 30 days worth of time into that game as a kid, and it just, playing with friends, everything, that experience is going to be one, I know, it's kind of weird just being oh, as a kid, I remember playing video games this much with my friends, but I remember it so much after school and stuff every night, going playing for a few hours, just talking shit with your friends. People still do it now. I'm just an adult, so it doesn't really work nearly as much as it used to. But that has always been my number 1, and I think realistically, it probably memory-wise, what I'll always think of will be that. And number 2/1, the other one up there, is now Elden Ring. I don't need to sit here and talk about this game for even longer. It's amazing. It opened my eyes so much to like the genre of Dark Souls and FromSoft, and just so much of it. It is so rewarding. The amount of weapons and builds and everything, the boss fights it's so wonderful. And I'm so excited and scared to play the other FromSoft games. I feel like at least one of them will also like manage to be up there on this list, you know, kind of thing. But that would be my number 1 and 2, like, definitively. Like, those two are the two games I think I will remember for my whole life when asked, like, what my favorite game is. Number 3, I'll go with, like, old school, you know, my first video games, because I remember it vividly. I don't know which game it was in the series, but I remember playing Crash Bandicoot as a kid. Absolutely loving Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1. That was the shit. Obviously. That was one of my first video games I've ever played. Pokemon Red. I played Pokemon all the early OG generations. Amazing. I was so in love with it as a kid. Playing on my Game Boy Advance, the clear one, sideways. I never had a SP. I didn't have the flip. Was never that bougie. I had to worry about putting goddamn AA batteries in my Game Boy, like a Neanderthal. But I remember my brother playing Pokemon Red. And that was the first time in my life, like, I really can remember a video game. And then the other one I'm going to put in this kind of group of, like, OG games in my childhood. Very obscure one. Driver 1. If you don't know, or just Driver, I guess. On the PlayStation 1, I should say. If you don't know what it is almost like a precursor to GTA. But from my memory, you basically just drive. Like, you're just driving through a city, causing mayhem, drifting, doing all this crazy stuff. What was the car? I don't know if it was a Chevelle or something. It was something like that, but I love that game. That was the first PS1 game that I felt like a badass, and then I felt like I was breaking the law. No, I'm not getting in trouble for doing this. You know, that kind of feeling. Or I'm running away from the police, and I'm going to be fine. Just that kind of feeling. Those 3 OG games in my childhood that I will definitely always remember forever. And I'm just going to put it at number 3 just because it feels right in this list. Do I think they're the best games ever? Absolutely not. Crash Bandicoot's really goddamn good, even today. Number 4, I'm going to put Halo 3 because Halo 3, it's amazing. It is amazing. It's great. I never played 1 or 2 before Halo 3, which is funny, but even on its own, it was so good. The story was so good. I'm pretty sure when I got Halo 3, I had my Xbox 360, but I did not have online. So for like a whole year, I just played the campaign, then played it like co-op with friends and everything, and then getting online and doing online multiplayer, all the Forge stuff. It was so endless. I remember so many memories of Halo 3 with just dicking around with your friends in Forge and making tracks to race, or going over to each other's houses and playing co-op multiplayer and co-op Forge and just shooting the shit. Like, that is similar to Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is definitely more weighed, you know, down on me. And the number 5 is like, there's so many, you know, like, there's so much recency bias right now too as like an adult. Alan Wake 2 was goddamn great. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth was goddamn great, but I don't think I should put him there. Final Fantasy VII Remake was great. I don't think it's there. I could put something like Super Smash Bros. Melee. I remember playing that so much on my GameCube as a kid. There's so many good games, like thinking back, and there's so many that I've not even said. There's Assassin's Creed games that I played that I'm going to remember forever. Assassin's Creed Unity. Not good, but my god, did I have so much fun playing that. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. So good. That game is also so good. And I remember playing the multiplayer on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood too. Maybe I just put that at 5 and just be like the most basic bitch video game player for like 4 of my 5 top 5. If I have Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, Pokemon, you know, sure, make it 5 for 5, Pokemon, and Halo 3, and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. But realistically, there are so many games that I've missed that I know that it's the best part of video games too, because like I'm someone that will get like small interests in something very like out of nowhere, you know, and then I'll just fully dig into it, and if it like fully hooks me, then I'll like, play through a whole game or play some of the series or watch a whole series of a show or something. And it's very interesting to me. That video game is so diverse. It has so many different genres, so many different franchises that are really big and that you feel like are produced at a high level, that it's not just absolute dog shit. There is absolute dog shit, but it's so easy to avoid because there's so many good games. That's my like top 5 / top fucking, I don't know, 8, 10. I forget how many I really said. I said a lot of games. So many good games. Be sure to comment your top 5 best video games to you. I don't really care if they're critically the top 5. That's mumbo jumbo. Who cares? It's if you like it or if you don't like it. What are the top 5 games that you liked and are the most memorable to you now and throughout your, your life kind of thing? But that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing. It helps channel out a bunch. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Consider liking if you also enjoyed the video. I'll be back on Friday. Unsure what the video is going to be about, but hopefully it's a good one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.